What's good? What's good? What's good, everybody? This is your guy Manny. This is the Talking Sports with Manny YouTube channel. Welcome to another episode of Talking Commanders with Manny. Commanders coming off of a miraculous win, crazy win in the end zone. Hail Mary to Noah Brown, and the Commanders win this game. The only offensive touchdown for the Commanders the entire day. It was annoying. We had the Zach Ertz touchdown callback. We had the touchdown by Zacchaeus callback. So we should have had more points than what we had. When we got into the red zone, things got a little cold, and we were not able to succeed in those moments. But with the very last play of the game, we were able to solidify that win. So I got a lot to talk about in a little bit of time. So I'm going to pretty much share a lot of reactions from the fans. I got a ton of it. I have multiple angles at this touchdown. It's crazy. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and then share a little bit of what we witnessed from different angles from different fans. And we're going to go ahead and get this thing on and popping. Matter of fact, before I do that, let me run my intro. And after my intro, we'll go ahead and get started. Let's go. All right, y'all. So, big win, like I said, for the Commanders yesterday. So let me talk about my reaction. So I'm watching the game, and it's 25 seconds left, and I'm like, man, there's no chance. Then I see John Kine post something before Jaden Daniels scrambles around for 40 yards and throws that Hail Mary. And at that time, I'm just like, I'm pissed off. I'm mad. They run that little out to Terry, 13 yards. Now they get into position to where they can throw this ball up in the air. Jaden Daniels actually scrambled for 40 yards, and he threw this thing up in the air, and guess what? Boom, touchdown. I was like, oh, my God. Oh, my God. Ah! I was screaming. I was yelling. I was on the phone. I mean, it was an amazing game. Hey, what's good, Time Out Sports, man? I'm just so excited. I mean, I'm just still celebrating that big win by the Commanders. But yeah, I'm gonna share my screen, man, and just kind of talk about this thing from different angles, different people. Appreciate you so much for hopping on the stream. So earlier on today, this is me right here. Now, it might look like I don't have a smile on my face. I am excited. I was just a little tired. I was celebrating the Victory Monday with a red velvet donut. Yes, the donut does match the burgundy and gold. So you can call it a burgundy donut. Man, what a time. What a time. Things like this usually don't happen to the Commanders. We're usually the ones to lose in these scenarios. And it just happened to work out for us. So here's an angle that I'm going to blow up in a minute. So if you guys look right here, this guy right here, number 29, I forgot his name. I think it's Stevens, something Stevens. I don't really care about his name, to be honest, but him and Terry already got into it already, right? And Terry ate him up on a particular play. Then another time, Terry went at him in the end zone, didn't catch it, and then they shook hands and, kind of gave each other respect and props. I'm thinking that was over with. This guy decides to continue to be annoying. So he's talking to the fans. I'm going to go ahead and play it, and then we're going to walk through it. To be honest, guys, that might be the best angle of this Hail Mary. And not only that, so your guy right here, he's in the corner, and he's antagonizing the fans. He's making fun of the fans. The game is far from over, and he's already celebrating, right? By the time he sprints to get into his assignment, I heard that his assignment was to box out Noah Brown. You just never know with all these different reports coming out. So he sprints over there to where the play was being made. And the number one rule is you bat down the ball. You bat down the ball. He tries to tip it with one hand. It goes through his hands and it falls into Noah Brown's hands. And man, when I tell you guys that I lost my voice last night, I literally lost my voice. We're going to get into the actual game, box score. There's a lot of different things did happen, but I'm going to continue sharing some more reactions, some more angles of this play. What was this guy's name again? Yeah, Tariq Stevenson. They did say that he did apologize. But yeah, he, being a player who tipped the ball to Noah Brown, like you make fun of the fans before the Hail Mary, you tip the ball, it ends up in Noah Brown's hands, and I mean, it's just an amazing way to end the game. This one right here is the actual. This is the angle that most of us watched on TV, right? Right here. I'm gonna go ahead and play this one.
Comes down to one last play, and it's going to be getting longer by the second. You're all the way back at the 30-yard line. Now you can step into it. Here comes the Hail Mary with the game on the line. And the ball is caught! Caught! It's a miracle! It's Noah Brown! Oh my goodness! This town is going crazy! It's a madhouse in Landover, Maryland! He did it! Comes down.
Man, is there so much to unpack in that one clip? You got the Hail Mary, right? First of all, Jayden Daniels scrambles forever, right? Until he finds somebody. He throws it. I mean, everything that could have gone wrong has already gone wrong for the Commanders. And you get this play, Noah Brown in the right spot at the right time, catching the ball. Like the awareness to just know, okay, the ball is tipped. Oh, here it is. I mean, a lot happened in this play. Not only that, at the end, you see Dan Quinn. He takes off the headpiece. He throws it to the ground. He's going crazy. He's looking for somebody to hug. And you see Caleb Williams walking out of the field, and it's just annoying. What's annoying is the Bears fans, right? I cannot stand the Bears fans, but I think Caleb is going to be a good quarterback in the league. Like we see the two different contrasting styles between Jayden Daniels and Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams will run around in a square or in a box within the pocket to make that pass. Jayden Daniels is like, man, if I see an opening, I'm going to run it. But Jayden Daniels doesn't force a lot of runs. He runs when he has to or when he just feels like, you know what, I need to make a play. Awesomeness. What's good? What's good? Appreciate you hopping on the stream. Appreciate you, brother. But yeah, man, it was a beautiful, beautiful game. And then there was a guy that was talking. If I can find this one, he was talking in the background, and he didn't realize that they've won the game. I gotta find it. Let me see. I'm trying to find it. Oh man, yeah, this was me yesterday, man. Right after that play, threw on the hat, man. I said, I don't know what I just witnessed. I mean, the defense, shout out to the defense. The defense played well. They held Caleb Williams to practically nothing. It wasn't until the fourth quarter that Caleb Williams made a couple of nice throws and then really started to score. Like we held them for 3 quarters. This Bears offense that has been pretty good last few weeks was shut down to next to nothing. So lots of great things. Let me see. Everybody was hitting me up. This guy right here called out my Commanders, and he said that the Commanders had 100% Swiss cheese defense. And, I had to go ahead and bookmark that because I like to keep receipts, and I was able to hit him up after the game, and he said nothing. He was smart. He had nothing to say. It's just a lot of Bears fans out there that makes this thing unbearable. But I got to play this song one more time.
Haters can't stand us. Left hand up. Who are we? The Commanders. Those haters can't stand us. Left hand up. Who are we? The Commanders.
And I'm not gonna lie, I still don't like the song, but you know what? When you're winning, it just cures everything. Like everything sounds good when you're winning. So last year when they had this song going, I didn't like it. This year that we're 6-2, we're 6-2. And the Commanders posted this thing right here where the win probability was 97.9. I mean, the game was pretty much over until that last second play to get that win. So here's Dan Quinn on the sideline.
Here comes the Hail Mary with the game on the line. And the ball is caught.
Look at him.
Caught. It's
Look
a
at him.
miracle. It's Noah Brown. Oh, my goodness. This town is going crazy. It is a madhouse in Landover, Maryland. We did it. Now you can step into it.
So I can never get tired of watching the reactions and even the fans. Like, look at Matthew Berry right here.
Football Night in America, when the Hail Mary happened, I screamed because we were in a commercial break, but obviously I couldn't do anything because we're all on air live, but now I can. So allow me to say, hail the Commanders, hail victory. That's living right. You know what that is? That is 20 years of having to deal with Dan
That's
Snyder.
bad defense. That's what that is.
I don't care. That's living right, Devin McCourty. That's living right. That's God saying, yeah, Commanders, we put you through 20 years of hell with Dan Snyder, so no, we owe you a few, and we're giving you that one. Hail the Commanders, hail victory.
Hey, Matthew Berry is absolutely 100% correct, man. I've been a fan since '99, so I haven't really seen a lot of success with this team. And to be experiencing the best season for me ever, like, even if the team lost the rest of their games, knocking on wood, hope they don't, it's like what I've experienced in these 8 weeks has been the biggest joy being a Commanders fan. I got Commanders hats now. I got Commanders jerseys now. I got my Jaden Daniels jersey up there in the back. So it's like experiencing a good product. When you're experiencing a good product, I'm one of the people that said I'm not buying a Commanders gear or anything, right? But when the product is good, you're going to spend money. You're going to want to come to a game. I tried to come out there for the Titans game. Won't be able to make it because of, travels, tickets coming out from either Nashville or Houston was crazy prices after Thanksgiving. So, but I will definitely try to come out to a game in DC, God's willing. If not, I'll be going to the game in Dallas. There's a game in Philly. So there's different options left to games that I can kind of get out to before the year is over. But it definitely would have been love to come out to DC. This Bears game would have been the perfect game to come out to, but wasn't able to. But man, what a season so far. What a season so far. I'm gonna share a few more things, and I'm gonna actually get into the game analysis. There's some Bears fans talking trash. I don't even want to get into that. I pretty much showed everything that I honestly wanted to show. Here's one more. There's one more that I gotta show. This fan right here.
I feel as though we won for real. I feel as though it was a good game because it was close. Like, I feel as though we won for real. We like. What I say? We won. What I say? We won. What I say? We won. I feel as though it was a good game because it was close. Like,
this is amazing, man. And it's amazing because every Commanders fan that came to the game or watched the game, we felt like we won. We dominated the time of possession. We dominated the game. It wasn't until the fourth quarter when the Bears were actually able to move the ball and do some different things. Even from the times with that the Bears had chances, they also messed up as well. It wasn't just us with the pass interference calls. There was tons of terrible calls from the officials on both sides of the ball. But the beauty of this game was the team that was supposed to win won the game. Now, it was not conventional the way that we won, but I mean, we had a lot of good stuff going for us. It was just that, sometimes it's just the way that the game bounces, right? So we're going to go ahead and get into this game and just kind of dissect every single thing that we saw from this game. I posted something earlier about Terry McLaurin. He started the season awful after 2 games, right? But after yesterday's game, Terry is now the number 4th receiver in the league in terms of yards. He's at 579 yards, and that's pretty good. after 8 games. He's well on his way to another 1,000-yard season. He's already had multiple 100-yard games already this year. Terry's just come up big. Like, you know where the ball is going to. He's projected for 1,200 yards this year. He's projected for 9 touchdowns this year. If he does that, that's a career high for Terry all around. I don't think he's had 1,200 yards in this season. Yeah, his highest was back in 2022 when he had 1,191 yards. So he has a chance to surpass that this year. He's never had more than 7 TDs, and that was in his rookie season. Already this year, he has 4 TDs. Last year, he had 4 TDs. So he's on his way to, having his second career high in touchdowns, if that's a thing. He's always had 4 or 5 in every single year except of his rookie season. So I definitely think he can have more than 7 touchdowns this season. He's having a great season. And then he's only going to get better and better and better and better. So I love what I'm seeing out of Terry McLaurin. Like, he's a constant professional. He never complains. Andre, what's good? Andre says, it was nice seeing Terry finally have a QB, man. He's the truth. Terry's the truth, man. And people are starting to respect him as such. Like, remember that game when DJ Moore came and played the Commanders and he went crazy for 200 plus yards or something like that. And there was some post saying, would he duplicate that again? I know the defense has been kind of Swiss cheese, especially against better competition, but this defense is turning the corner. Joe Witt is doing his thing. Dan Quinn is doing his thing. They got these guys playing, and you've lost guys like Jonathan Taylor. You've had injuries on this defense, and they just continue to perform. Even with having guys like Noah Igbinoghene, struggling, you have Forbes, you have, St. Jude. Sometimes he plays well, sometimes he plays bad. He gets burnt. He's handsy. He's physical. So that's what you kind of expect out of a guy like St. Jude. But corner is definitely a need. Receiver is definitely a need. Outside of Terry, you see other receivers struggling to get open. I mean, everybody had drops. Noah had drops. I think Terry had a drop. So multiple receivers had a drop. You had Luke McCaffrey trying. So we need a little bit more out of that receiving core as a whole. But man, you can't put a blame on anybody. Like, when you win, you can't go as hard on these players as you want to. But most definitely, this is a game that we should have blown these guys out a long time ago. But let's go ahead and get into the ins and outs of the game. So, like I said, Caleb didn't have a good game at all. He was 10 for 24, 131 yards, and most of those yards, up to maybe 90 of them, came in the fourth quarter. That's really when he really got to turn things up. Outside of a few good passes by Caleb and that long 56-yard touchdown by DeAndre Swift, we literally had this Bears offense bottled up. You look at Swift, 18 carries, 129 yards, and that was his best performance as a Bear, and it just happened to come against the Commanders. For Caleb to run the ball 10 times, he doesn't like to run. He ran 10 times for 41 yards. It was more so running away from the defenders who put pressure on Caleb. We should have had more sacks. We had 2. Roma Dunze had 3 receptions for 41 yards to lead the Bears. Caleb lost that fumble. They called it on Caleb, but I thought it was on that offensive lineman when they ran that play instead of just giving the ball to Swift and Swift pounding it in. Montez Sweat got a little bit of revenge when he chased Jaden Daniels to the corner of the sidelines. I was afraid because I just did not want to see our franchise QB getting hurt any further than what he already was. A few other things. Overall, Bears were solid. Their red zone defense is great. It's either their red zone defense was great or our red zone offense was terrible. It's one of the two. Then you had Jaden Daniels, who had his first 300-yard passing game. Now, he did have that 61-yarder to Terry and then the Hail Mary 52-yarder. So you take those 2 plays away. It's not a lot of yards, but at the end of the day, it just is what it is, man. You just add up, you add it up. He got sacked twice. He did have a passing touchdown. It was the only touchdown towards the end. One thing that I love about Jaden Daniels is that he doesn't throw interceptions. He takes care of the ball. He's a very smart QB. He visualizes things before it happens. Brian Robinson Jr. had a promising start. I wish they continued to give him the ball. He had 16 carries for 65 yards. I kind of wish that he ran the ball at least 20, 25 times. He had a lot of success, 4.1 yards per carry. Eckler, ran the ball well, 7 carries for 52 yards, one being at the end of the half. But it just is what it is, right? Jaden Daniels, 8 carries for 52 yards. Obviously more dynamic of a runner than Caleb. But Caleb, like I said, runs around to set up the pass. So 2 contrasting styles of these 2 different QBs. Terry, 5 receptions for 125 yards with that long 61-yarder. This has been like the second or third time this year that Terry has been caught from scoring a touchdown. I don't know what it is, but hopefully soon he should be able to break a long one where he catches it in stride and just runs into the end zone. Zach Ertz stepped up big time, targeted 11 times, 7 receptions for 77 yards. He would have had a perfect day had he caught that touchdown in the end zone. Of course, the hero of the game, Noah Brown, 3 receptions for 73 yards and 1 score. John Bates had that nice reception where he ran somebody over. Brian Robinson Jr. also pitched in. De'Ami Brown, man, had a nice little gain, and it was brought back because of the one of our guards, and I think Cosme did it on another play that resulted in a touchdown, and they called the Zacchaeus touchdown back. Like I said, solid game from the defense. Quan Martin, 11 tackles, 1 tackle for loss. He had Bobby Wagner doing some good things, 7 tackles. He had Louisville applying constant pressure on Caleb Williams. St. Juice was out there, doing his best. But man, it's just St. Juice bites on a lot of movement and then exposes himself. But when it's like a one-on-one, a jump ball, that kind of thing, it's hard to catch a pass on St. Juice. You see him using his hands. If it's up in the air, if it's a 50-50, sometimes I'll take that chance on St. Juice, depending on who that receiver is. He's better guarding those receivers that are bigger receivers, big possession receivers. But when you put him against a guy like, say, Flowers, it's going to get burnt because of the quick movement. And, something that he needs to work on, or, maybe by the time we improve our corners, maybe we worry less. But big game by Mike, big game by Deron Payne. Shout out to Jalen Holmes, just called up, got a sack, got a tackle for loss. Dorrance Armstrong, like the defense, Jazir Newton played great. I am just so proud of this defense, man. Shout out to Austin Seibert, man. I know he missed a field goal, but you know what? Who doesn't miss field goals? Like, I believe it got blocked. It's either it got blocked or it was just a bad placement of the ball. Either way, he was 4 for 5, and this is his first time missing a field goal while wearing a Commander's uniform. Like, this guy, I looked it up earlier, he has like over 88 points in NFL. Like, he leads the NFL in points with 88. So shout out to Seibert, and then shout out to Tressway, 5 points, 2 inside the 20. He just did his job. And this might have been the most Tressway has punted all season, but for it to just come together, this team, big win. Not too much to really say, because like a win like this, I'm speechless, but I'm just excited that we came together. We got this win in the fashion that we won. Makes this so amazing. Hail to the Commanders. Shout out to the Commanders fans. We got the win. I got nothing else to say. On to the Giants with the Commanders are 6-2, the number 2 team in the NFC. Let's keep getting dubs. Happy Victory Monday. I'm going to catch you guys on the next episode. I'm out. Peace.